Half-time, City yet to have an attempt on target. Best save of the match was from Ederson. They've been on top, the Blues, but they've been frustrated. 0-0 at half-time.
Welcome back to Matchday Live. So that is 0-0 at half-time in the FA Cup fifth round game between City and Peterborough. So perhaps not the way we were hoping the first half was going to go. City yet to have a shot on target. Still joining me in the studio is Big Steve and David Mooney. So Steve, what did you make of that first half?
It was very frustrating. I think City's got obviously a lot of possession. We're huffing and puffing trying to break them down, but I've got to give credit to Peterborough. I think their managers set them up well. They're defending very, very deep. And listen, I think he's going to be the happier of the two managers. I think they're doing exactly what we thought they was going to do. You know, they're got a low block. They're very, very deep. And it's up to us to find the answers. It's up to us to break it down. Very frustrating. Like you say, no clear-cut chances. Yeah, Pep's got to get a good team talk now at half-time. And we've got to come out, bit like weekend's game, come out, turn the screw a little bit more, and hopefully we can get through.
David, what do you think Pep's going to be saying now in his half-time talk?
I think he'll be saying, keep calm, because City have had a lot of the ball. They've had, it's been pretty much all of the play. Peterborough have broken away a couple of times. Most of the time when that's happened, there was one opportunity for Peterborough in the first half, deflected shot. Ederson got down well and pushed it wide. But other than that, the defence have been able to cope with that ball in behind and over the top. Now that threat is still there, but City have had all of the ball and all of the possession in the dangerous areas. So I think it's he'll be saying to them, keep calm. You've got this. There's enough quality on that pitch there to win this for City. Maybe I would revise my 5-0 from earlier on in the day, but here we are. We live and learn. We said at the start of the show we didn't know a whole lot about Peterborough. We're learning fast, so it's a tough game, isn't it?
Yeah, we certainly are. We're learning a lot about them. In terms of the stats, you're right, Steve. 77% of the possession for City, 9 shots, none on target, 10 corners in that first half. A corner every 4.5 minutes in that first half. Why haven't we converted anything? Why haven't we had a shot on target?
It's just, I think sometimes City get labelled with that tag. We're trying to get the perfect goal, but we're getting a lot of possession. We are knocking it around. We're looking for the spaces. It is very tight in there. They've got a lot of men behind the ball. We see it a lot with City this season. It's nothing new to us as City fans. We see this. A lot of teams set up like this. We've just got to, like David said, we've just got to be patient. Let's just be patient. Whether they can last this pace in second half, whether they can keep this up, I don't think they can. And I think we'll get there in the end.
It's just the other side of this is City have had a lot of shots off target, and you look at where those shots have come from. They've come from inside the box. They've come from good positions. So, like take the Gundogan one, for instance. That only needs a little bit more curl, and it's round the goalkeeper and into the bottom corner. Zinchenko's had a couple of efforts from the edge of the box where you think it's just skipped up before he's hit it, and it's flown off high. So if that doesn't happen, then he might hit the target. Like they're not shooting from desperate positions. They've had good opportunities, and it's easy to say, City no shots on target. What's going on? But actually, they've been from good positions. They could have been shots on target in, put those same players in the same position in the second half. They could score quite easily. So it's nothing to panic about yet.
Well, we're good at the patience. You mentioned patience before. There's a few games that immediately spring to my mind. The Wolves game here that we won 1-0. The Brentford game away that we won 1-0. The game on Sunday against Everton that we won 1-0. Patience was a virtue in all of those games, Steve, and we've just got to replicate that now tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, it's like I said, it's nothing new to us, this. We've just got to play our own game. Keep the pressure on, and the opportunity will arrive. And then you've only got to look at our bench. If we do get to the deeper end of the game where we need to freshen it up a little bit, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, them kind of players coming on late on, it's not what Peterborough want to see. And listen, I'm going to give credit to Peterborough. I think it's an FA Cup tie. I think for a team that's bottom of the Championship, to play like that in the first half against Man City, it's refreshing. And it's a proper FA Cup tie. The fans are getting behind them. Our fans are getting behind our team. I'm looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, me too. I totally agree with you in terms of them. Absolute fair play to them for a team that's not won in the championship this calendar year. They've certainly come out fighting. David, in terms of the second half, do you think we might make any immediate changes, or will it be later on if we do?
It'll be later on if we do. I think. Guardiola's not one to usually make changes early anyway, and I don't think he'll be too unhappy with the way that they've been playing, and that's kind of when he makes his changes when things aren't going as he hopes. As I say, City have had chances in that game. They just haven't hit the target. The only thing the one thing that is worrying me a little bit, we talked about it a lot ahead of the game. This is kind of how those Wigan games go.
Stop saying Wigan!
Why did you mention that, David? I thought about that.
Don't say the W word.
Sorry.
We don't do the W word.
Shall I go? Is that the best?
If you were making a change in the second half, say later in the second half, and you're looking to our bench, Steve, there's a lot of options there, isn't there?
Kevin De Bruyne, you're looking at Kevin. Kevin can unlock a defence. Bernardo for his work rate. I don't think it's going to get to that. I think we know we've been poor this half. I think Pep knows that. I think if we've got another couple of gears to go through. I think if we start this half fast, get that pressing game on them, I think we can get some success early doors.
Now, some other success you'll be hoping to get is in Who's Stat? So we gave you one clue in the first half. Or was it two? I can't even remember now before the show. We gave you the one clue before the show. We're going to give you some more clues now. So it's Who's Stat? You've got to use the clues and work out who the current or former Manchester City player is. So Who's Stat? The clue we've already given you. This player has had 25 goal involvements in 31 games this season. Clue 2. This player has his own pasta dish named after him at the Etihad campus. You're both nodding.
Oh, yes.
Fancy trying some of that pasta, Steve?
Yeah, I won't mind it, yeah.
No? Bernardo Silva seems to like it. OK, clue 3. It's another one for you, gents. This player was the second African after Kolo Touré to win the Premier League with 2 different clubs.
Top stat.
This is easy, isn't it? This is easy. You both got it, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 100%.
You've all got it home as well, haven't you? You know who it is. We talked about him before the game. I think he's going to step up in the second half.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
I think he's going to get us through. So, Who's Stat? I do enjoy this game very much. Right, you've been sending in your WhatsApp questions for our guests as well. Thank you very much. We very much appreciate you sending in your WhatsApp questions. Yes, there we go. I have some new ones there. I've got the old ones that we've already done at the top. So, your new ones. Lil Steve, hello. Lil Steve.
Any relation?
Love that. Lil Steve. Lil Steve would like to know Big Steve. That's brilliant. I love that. Tickled me. Lil Steve would like to know who were Big Steve and David's favourite players growing up, and has it changed now that City are so good?
Yeah, of course. My players growing up, absolutely loved Georgie Kinkladze. I think he was a shining light for all us Blues. He got us through them dark days at school. He was great. Uwe Rosler, we mentioned before. Uwe was great. And then now the modern day ones, obviously Kun Aguero was massive for this football club. Vincent Kompany, David Silva. We could be here all night.
We're blessed.
Do you know what I mean? We could be all right. So there's just a few of mine.
David?
Yeah, I mean, this shows you that I'm built differently. I grew up a goalkeeper, so I used to watch the goalkeepers all the time, and Nicky Weaver was my hero. I was 12, 13 years old. He was breaking into the City team, and to this day, when I play in goal, I still have the way he used to dive and the way he used to try and flick the ball around the post. I still do that. Does that make me a bit sad? Probably, but I don't care. And
do you celebrate like this, and then get all your teammates to chase you after you?
No, my mates aren't fit enough to keep up with, to run the length of the pitch like that. It's not, no, we can't do that. And I don't make that many saves either, so.
Well, you'd like my son, his favourite player, the only player he likes is Edison. And if you ask him who he supports, he says Edison. So he's taking after you there. Yeah. Right, Dave would like to say, Dave, really? You're making us go there, are you? I apologise in advance, but I mean, you've got to answer. There's no fence sitting on this show.
Is this about Wigan again?
Stop saying Wigan! You'll be banned from this show, David Mooney. Right. Oh, would you take the Champions League over winning the Premier League and the FA Cup? So you can have the League and the FA Cup or the Champions League.
Easy this for me.
For me, last year, I'd probably said the League and the FA Cup. But because I went out to Porto, and because it was a very sad night for me, I've got this burning desire now for this Champions League. I think it's about time we got it. We got it in the Etihad cabinet. So I'm going to say I'll take the Champions League.
I'd have a League and Cup double, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Split decision.
I just think, like, listen, nobody's going to say if City win nothing but the Champions League in a season, nobody's going to go, well, that was a bad season, is it?
You never know these
so
days. You never know
well,
these
true.
days.
But so it's certainly there as one of the competitions you want to win. But the chance of a League and Cup double again. No, I love a good. When multiple silverware in a season, to me, says great season.
Seeing as there's three of us here, I feel like I'm going to take the deciding vote on this. And so the answer, Dave, for the footballing gods that are watching, is that Big Steve and I want to celebrate the Champions League this year. So Champions League, we will take that. And I'm a little bit surprised. Are you surprising yourself to be? I'm a little bit surprised in myself to be saying that.
Yeah, I just think, Man City fans never had that love affair with the competition, I think. But last year, we got there. We thought it was our year. It wasn't. But I left something behind in Porto that night.
I know what you mean.
And it needs to come back here. And once it's back here, then we can, the doubles and
League
all
Cup
that, let's
double
go
next
with
season.
them. But
so greedy.
we've got unfinished business we need to take care of, I think.
I get that. I do get that.
I concur. Let's bring it home. Oh, Noel's there. Noel's in Peterborough. All right, Noel. Oh, and there he's always with Mike or with
Scully.
Yeah, or with Scully. That's it. Yeah, I love that. Right, so a couple of minutes away from the second half, gents. Final thoughts, kind of, on what you're expecting in the second half. What you're hoping for, Steve?
I just think we've got to start quicker, come out now, start turning the screw a little bit more. Let's just make them work harder than they've ever worked before. And let's just show them that we've got a couple of gears and let's just put the tie to bed. The last thing we want with a derby coming up is extra time and penalties.
Gosh, I do not want extra time and penalties. No. Me ticker can't take that. David, what are you expecting in the second half?
Same again. Exactly the same again. Maybe move it up a gear. Just try and make it a bit quicker, like Steve says.
Okay. Am I going to be able to breathe, do you think, throughout the next 45 minutes?
I think so. You'll be all right.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Gents, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for watching at home as well, as always. So get your commentary for the second half with Alistair Mann and Michael Brown on the Manchester City app. We will all be here at full time, hopefully not after extra time and penalties. Hopefully a City win in the second half, and we'll be giving you full time analysis and letting you know who's stat. So we'll see you in about 45 minutes.